Hey everybody, welcome to the straight review of the 2026 Stallion Parades here in the Hunter Valley. It's been an awesome 3 days here up in New South Wales, really enjoying, I think, 8 studs in 3 days. It certainly feels like that, Tim. And yeah, we want to have a look at sort of, I guess, the 5 stallions between the, across the two of us that we really sort of were impressed by, or that sort of made the most impression on us, I suppose. And if you want to kick things off, I mean, who's your one you thought, the one you probably surprised you and that you got to see and you thought, oh yeah, there's a stallion that's really going to make an impression?
At Arrowfield, lead artist, a shuttle stallion, Dubawi line, didn't know what to expect. I know John Rossara is very big on the horse and got a great belief, but just seeing him parade really sort of stood out, and I think his physique will suit the Australian market as well, so hopefully he can make an impression here in the years to come.
Yeah, I think for me it's like going to Darley yesterday. Saw him win the Cornwall Stud Stakes so impressively last year. He's been a really dominant sprinter, and he just looks like the type of strong, powerful Australian stallion that's going to be the talking horse for many years to come. He's a lovely looking horse, and I was just really impressed by what I saw with him, and really looking forward to see what he might be able to do as he further lets down, becoming a stallion and makes his impression from the barn there at Darley.
I have to agree with that. Bren, the sort of hind quarter, and Traffic Warden's a bigger version of probably Tentyris, but Hellbent's my second one, a bit more sentimental value there. He's the sire of the Hong Kong Derby winner, so just can't go past him at Yarraman for obvious reasons.
For me, one that probably did surprise me a little bit at Widden, and not do you forget about horses, but I guess when they got their first progeny running on the track this year, it has been a few years since it's sort of been on the radar from a racetrack perspective, and that was Anamoe. I think as a physical type, he's a really lovely horse. Again, he's got his first runners this year. It's a really interesting time at Widden. They've got a lot of horses with either their first progeny coming through, or just on the track or whatever else. So a really interesting time for them. And when I saw Anamoe, I thought, well, there's a stallion who maybe not with the early 2-year-olds, but certainly as time goes on will make an impression, and he was a really good racehorse.
And what's interesting this year, obviously Yulong coming to Sedgenhoe and buying that lovely farm, first time on there. That was great to see. Tremendous farm, got a great record. And Devil Knight, obviously Blue Diamond winner by Extreme Choice, has a lot going for him, but physically really strong. The typical stallion that the Australian market loves. So obviously Yulong will get right behind him with some of their best mares, but I think going to the sales in 2029 it'll be, I think, Bren, that they'll be highly sought after, I would think.
I'll go to the other end of the spectrum for the next one, which would be All Too Hard. Just a legend, an absolute legend of Australian stallion ranks. Continues to produce quality horses. It was great to see him at Binary this morning. He looked really well, really strong, and I just think I can't see why breeders don't support him more. He's just an awesome stallion, and one I love to see come out every year, because I think he's got that great legacy and that connection to that Black Caviar family. But in his own right, he was a champion racehorse, and when you talk about ongoing legacy in Australian racing, it's just great to see All Too Hard.
I'll go to Newgate now, stay inside. Another son of Extreme Choice and Golden Slipper winner. Obviously his first crop 2-year-olds did a great job. Blue Doors come back and placed at 3, and a lot of nice horses emerging by that stallion. And just seeing him, he sort of matured himself, and he looks I know it's obvious now that you can see it, but he will, I think, make an impression in the next 5, 10, 15 years.
The other one I like to mention, same age actually, same crop, is Home Affairs, which I just saw here at Cornwall, literally about half an hour ago, and I just was looking at him. I was thinking to myself, I reckon this is a horse we're going to be talking about for years to come. He's the one to carry on the Vinny legacy in my mind. He's just had such a great, amazing start to his stud career. James Bester was telling us all about his stats and where he sits compared to all the champions and all that sort of stuff. But when I just had a look at him physically, I just felt like he looks like a stallion who's going to dominate the sales ring, and his progeny have already really made a huge mark on the track. So it's really good to see Home Affairs. I think he's a stallion who, again, we'll be talking about for a long time yet.
We are rounding out at Coolmore, and there's been a lot of people through the gates today, and I'm going with Switzerland. Obviously, Coolmore Stud Stakes winner, son of Schnitzel, just really impressed me. A lot of that hind quarter and Gaskin that James Bester loves. I think he's obviously got the pedigree, performance, and a lot going for him, and hopefully that shows in the years to come as well.
There's been a lot of discussion today, Tim, about Autumn Glow and her excellent performance yesterday in the Wing Stakes, and of course her brother is in the Congo, who stands at Newgate, and his first progeny coming to the track this season. He's a lovely looking horse, got the white feet and the chestnut, he's got the flashy looks. But I just got a feeling he's a really fast horse. He's the type of horse where if you're going to breed to, like in Australia, you want those horses that have got that pace. Yeah, just an outstanding looking specimen. It'll be really interesting to see how he goes this season. All right, that's it from us from the Hunter Valley. It's been an awesome 3 days. Thanks for your time, and we'll continue to keep you updated on the straight from all the stories around the breeding and bloodstock world.